morning everyone. My name is Fanny Lacroix. I am an animal kinesiologist, and today I'm delighted to be able to provide you with a demonstration of a 14 muscle balance on Fudge, who is sitting here with us. Okay, so we're going to start, as I said, with a 14 muscle balance. It is not a full kinesiology session, but it is normally used either as a pre-evaluation in the context of a full session or as a standalone correction. And as such, as a standalone correction, it has actually proved quite powerful. Okay? So Fudge is having a few problems with his right front paw. It seems as though there might have been a little bit of a sprain. So this is what we're going to work with today and see whether we can provide him with some relief. We're just about to get started. I have run a few clearings on Michelle because Michelle is going to act as surrogate for Fudge. So to make sure that she was balanced and able and willing to surrogate for him, which she is. So we're going to get started straight into the 14 muscle balance. So I'm going to take a little bit of time with the first couple of muscles to explain what exactly I'm doing. And as we carry on with the muscles, then I'll start working a little bit quicker. All right, Michelle, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to start with your supraspinatus muscle. Okay, so what I need you to do is hold your arm like that in front of you with your palm facing towards your body. That's it, perfect. So I'm going to apply a 2 kilo pressure at the level of your wrist, okay, as if I was trying to fold your arm over your body. Okay, so you can relax your muscle now, don't try and hold it there, just so that you see the movement or the motion involved, like this. Towards the center, towards the midline of the body. Okay. So now I need you to hold. That is to say, to try and hold your arm right where it is, as I put 2 kilo pressure about, and hold. Okay. And that's a hold. Michelle doesn't have any problems holding her arm right where it is. Okay. So I was looking for an unlock, which an unlock being Michelle not being able to hold her muscle, and that would have told me that there was a stress at that level that needed to be addressed, and that I had to actually work with this specific muscle. But here it's not the case. So we must test bilaterally. We're going to try the other one now. Okay, and hold. Okay, then on the other hand, as you can see, the muscle is not holding. It's more difficult for Michelle to hold her arm right where it was at the beginning. And hold. It's much easier now for me to push the arm towards the midline of the body. So that means to me that on the left side of Fudge's body, because we are actually working on Fudge at the moment, okay, because Michelle is surrogating for him, that means to me that I need to work on Fudge's supraspinatus on the left-hand side, which I'm going to do now. I'm going to work with the neurolymphatics, okay, and one set of neurolymphatic is just at the base of the skull here. So I'm going to rub this point for about 20 seconds. Just you relax. So feel free to touch him or stroke him if you would like to. It's not a problem. Okay, now the next point. Okay, if you don't mind a little bit of a chest rub. Okay, so another points right on the chest here, and I'm going to massage this for about 20 seconds as well. now that we have stimulated those points, we're going to check the left supraspinatus again. Okay, and hold. Okay, well, and now the muscle is not unlocking anymore. So I'm giving it 2 kilo pressure, but it's still holding. Okay, so that tells me that the muscle is not under energy anymore, and that rubbing the nails was sufficient to actually make it hold now. So that's great. Thank you very much, Michelle. You can relax your arm. And so on and so forth with the remaining 13 muscles. We're going to move on to Teres Major. So I'm going to ask you to put your arm like that in your back. So with the palm of your hand, the top of your hand against your back, okay, and your elbow sticking out. What I'm going to do, I'm going to stabilize your shoulder, and I'm going to pull your elbow towards me like that. Okay, so that's the kind of motion that we're looking at. Maybe let your elbow stick out a little bit. Perfect. Okay. So now I'm going to need you to try and hold your elbow right where it is, and hold. And that's fine. The elbow is not going anywhere. I'm putting 2 kilo pressure, but it's staying right where it is. So this one is not under energy. Let's leave it alone. Moving on to the next one. And hold. Okay. Same here. There's no movement, there's no under energy. I'm happy that this muscle is getting the amount of energy that it requires. So moving on to the next muscle, which is PMC. PMC is related to the stomach meridian. Okay. So I'm going to need you to put your, stretch out your arm in front of you like that, with your pinky finger towards the ceiling. That's it. What I'm going to do is the following. I'm going to stabilize your shoulder, and I'm going to pull on your arm. You can relax just so that you can see what the motion is. Towards, basically down and out. That's the motion for the PMC. And try to hold your arm where it is. Okay. This one is not holding. Okay, as you can see, it's moving down, and Michelle is not able to maintain it where it is just now. So that tells me that there is some work to be done at that level. I'm going to test the other one straight away, because if we have a bilateral unlock at that stage, then I will not be using the neural lymphatics, but rather the vertebral reflexes to fix this muscle. So let's check straight away. Stretch out. Okay, we relax your shoulder. Perfect. And then hold. Okay, so we have a bilateral unlock here of the PMC muscle, the vertebral reflexes in that case, which are just on the transverse processes of the spine. You're enjoying that, Fudge? Mm-hmm. Let's check whether that made a difference. Okay, and hold. And it's holding. Okay, let's make sure that it's also holding on the other side. And hold. And it's holding. Okay.
It's unbelievable.
Right, you're doing great. Okay, now we're going to move on to latissimus dorsi, which is quite a large muscle in the back. Okay, that's it, with your arms turned inside towards the body. The test is like this. I'm going to apply pressure at the level of your wrist. You can keep your arm against your body, and you can relax your arm, and I'm going to try and move your arm away from your body like that, and same on the other side. Okay, so both arms close to your body, and now hold for me. Okay, that holds. I can't really, I mean, if I tried really hard enough with all my strength, I might be able to actually move Michelle's arm away from her body, but I don't actually need to do that. Just 2 kilo pressure is enough, and the arm is not actually going anywhere, which is fine. Trying the other side, same, and hold. This one, on the other hand, a lot easier to actually move away from her body. Okay, so on the latissimus dorsi on the left side needs some work. Latissimus dorsi is related to the spleen meridian. The points, at least the dorsal ones, are located in between the 8th and the 9th rib. Okay, so we are looking at 6, 7, 8, 8 and 9. There we go. There's also one lateral point. I'll deal with the bilateral ones first, the dorsal ones first. Had enough on that one? Okay, let's move on to the next one. Move 7, spleen 5 to 6, 6 to 7, 8 to 9. There we go. Okay. This one's going to be a little bit sensitive, but it seems to be comfortable. Enough? All right. I'll take my cue from him when he's having enough of the rubbing. Let's make sure that this one is locking now as well. And hold. Okay. It could do with a little bit more work, I think. Okay. Let's see. Oops. I'm picking a fries. Okay, all right, we'll stop here. All right, let's see. Here and hold. Okay, there we go. It just needed that little bit extra. Okay, if the muscle was still unlocking, okay, I could check whether it needed something more of the same treatment or something more but a different kind of stimulation. Okay, but here, okay, actually if I test the more mode, okay, it is unlocking a little bit, so would it be more of the same? More of something else? Okay, it's actually more of the same. I think he still needs a little bit of stimulation from the neurolymphatics. here as well. Oh, that one is a little bit sensitive. That's often is. Oh, enough. That means enough. Let's see. Might be a little bit sensitive. And hold. Okay, right. Much better. How does it feel? Like it's holding better?
Definitely.
Okay. All right. Excellent. Thank you very much. Okay, for the next muscle, you can sit or stand, whichever you prefer. Okay, it's a muscle called Subscapularis, which is related to the heart meridian. Okay, so I'm going to ask you to hold your shoulder like that, at a right angle, and I'm just going to stabilize your elbow, and I'm basically going to try and lift, okay, your arm like that by using your wrist. So you need to try and keep your arm where it is. And hold. Okay, that's holding just fine. To the other side. And hold. Great. Nothing to be done in that respect. If I wanted to find out a little bit more about that specific muscle, I could also try the more mode I've just mentioned, but still not going anywhere. Try this more mode. Just in case the work to be done is actually different from the neurolymphatics or the vertebral reflexes as it happens. But it's not the case here. So now we're going to move on to some leg muscles. Okay? For the next one, quadriceps, you can remain seated, okay? If it is comfortable. Otherwise, let's see. So quadriceps, okay, I'm going to need you to lift your leg like that slightly off the table. Okay? You can, and I'm just going to try and push it down towards the ground, and you just need to hold it here. Okay, and that's not moving. So, so that means there's no work to be done on that muscle at the moment. Okay, I'm going to check more mode just to be sure. Okay, so you can hold your leg. Check more mode. No, still not moving. So the quadriceps on the left at least are fine. Let's check the right side straight away and hold. And more mode. Up. Okay. There's something going on here on the right-hand side on more mode. Okay. So what that means is that if more mode kicks in, is that we're not actually looking at the neurolymphatics or the vertebral reflexes to fix the muscle. We may need to actually do something else. So there are three possibilities here. We could have a muscle stretch response. Okay. We could have a hidden muscle failure, or we could have a sustained muscle. Okay? So I'm just going to find out what we are doing. So I'm going to test these again quickly. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. So we're dealing with muscle stretch response, okay, which means that he's feeling stretched in certain areas of his activities or of his life, generally speaking. Okay. So it was the one on the right hand side, the muscle stretch. Okay. All right. Okay. So I'm just going to give him a little bit of a massage. Okay. So that's the right one. Perfect. Okay. That is actually the right one. Massage this muscle. Okay, and let's test this muscle again now. Okay, it's locking. If I'm testing it against the more mode, it's locking. I'm going to test it against the muscle stretch response finger mode, and that is all locking as well. Okay, so it seems that the quadriceps is right for now. Okay, next we're going to look at anterior tibials. Okay, you can also remain seated for that one. All I'm going to ask you to do is to flex your foot. Okay, and I'm just going to try and bring it back to its original position, which I can't. Let me try more mode quickly. That's fine. And flex your foot. Okay, and anterior tibials are perfectly fine. The next one is the psoas muscle. Okay, so here you might want to stand up. It will be more comfortable as well for the testing. So, psoas muscle is tested in this way. You're going to put your leg forward in front of you, and then with the foot turned towards the outside. From a balancing point of view, it can be a little bit tricky. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold on to you like that, while you lift your left leg, okay, and turn the foot towards the outside, and I'm going to apply pressure in that direction. Okay, and that is going. Okay, very difficult to hold the leg. So we're going to go to the other side now. Hold. Okay, same thing here. The psoas muscle is not holding very well. Psoas muscle is related to the kidney meridian. Okay. And the points are located. There's a point right there at the level of the lumbar vertebrae. I'm just going to try and find the right spot. There we go. Okay, actually, confusing myself, it was a bilateral unlock, so I should actually be working with the vertebral reflexes. There we go. Right, let's see if that made a difference. Hold on to you and hold. Okay, that's holding a lot better already. And hold. That's it. Okay, so that's psoas muscle sorted. Gluteus medius. Sorry, I should have asked you to remain standing for that one. Okay. So for gluteus medius, this time it's simply a case of lifting your leg to the side, like that. So I'm going to hold on to you as we did previously, and I'm going to try and push that leg towards the other one, but it's not going anywhere. As well. Okay. That's fine. Okay, gluteus medius is all right. So now we're coming back to arm muscles. So if you would like to sit again, there will be one more leg muscle at the end. So now we're moving on to Teres Minor, which is related to the triple warmer meridian. So for this, to test this one, I need you to hold your arm for me like this. I'm going to stabilize your elbow. You can keep your elbow bent a little bit more. And I'm going to try and bring your arm to the front like this. Okay, so let me hold. Okay, so this one definitely needs some work. Let's try the other side straight away and hold. Okay, this one on the other hand is holding the chest just on either side of the sternum, between the ribs. There we go. Okay. A little bit sensitive. Okay. Now do it light. That's it. Good boy. Just below the shoulder. There we go. Okay. Shoulder. Here. There we go. Thank you. Final. Okay. Thank you, Fudge.
You're going to try and jump.
Yeah, no, I need to keep an eye on him. Almost done. You're being so good. You're being so good. Okay, so let's check that triple warmer now. Just bend the elbow a little bit more for me. That's it. And hold. Okay. All good. Sorted out now. Okay, so that was yes, it was the right one. So that was for triple warmer. Now we're moving on to anterior deltoid. Okay, so I need you to stretch your hands out for me, about 45 degrees from your body. That's it. And I'm going to test them separately. And hold. Side. Good. And hold. Okay. Anterior deltoid is fine. Anterior deltoid is related to the gallbladder meridian. On to a muscle related to the liver meridian. It's very similar to the PMC muscle that we did earlier on when you stretched your arm out in front of you with your pinky towards the ceiling. So it's the same starting position, okay? Except that instead of putting the pressure out and down and out as we did previously, I'm going to go up, okay, and out.
Okay.
In that. So let's show the motion clearly while you relax your arm. I'm going to stabilize your shoulder, and then I will push like that. And I'm going to push again and try to keep your arm where it is. And hold. That's a nice strong lock. No problem that side. Let's try the other one. And hold. Trying the more mode as well. And we're all good. Okay, next one is middle deltoid, which is related to the lung meridian. So for that one, I need you to hold your arm like that. Perfect. That's the right level. Arm a little bit higher like that. I'm going to stabilize your shoulder and push on the elbow. You can relax your arm as if I was trying to bring it back against your body. Okay. And hold. And that's holding very nicely. No problem that side. Other side and hold. Everything's fine. Okay. Now we're moving on to the next muscle, which is a leg muscle, fascia lata, and it is related to the large intestine. And that's the last muscle we're going to be dealing with today. So it's very similar to psoas. Remember when you extended your leg and turned your foot to the outside? Okay. Okay, so I'm going to hold on to you, and you can lean on me as well as we did previously. And this time I'm going to push the leg towards the inside.
Okay.
And hold. Okay, it's holding very nicely. Try to the other side. Hold. Okay. And it is also holding nicely, so we don't have any work to do at that level. Okay, you can sit down again. Okay, so we have done all the work that we could do in the context of a 14 muscle balance in relation to Fudge's paw. So what I'm going to check now is whether there might be some support required to help him out with that. So all I'm going to do, I'm going to use your anterior deltoid as an indicator this time, and I'm going to ask indicator change, okay, challenge support. Okay, so I'm getting an unlock, which tells me that some form of support may be needed. So there are different categories of support that one can challenge. For instance, is it physical or related to challenge physical or exercise? Okay, no, it's got nothing to do with that. Challenge nutrition. Okay, no, it's got nothing to do with nutrition. Challenge supplements. Okay, did you feel it? Okay, so we have an unlock here on supplements, so which leads me to think that there may be a specific supplement that might help Fudge in relation to that issue. Okay, so challenge vitamins. Okay, doesn't seem to be vitamins, there's no unlock. Challenge minerals. Challenge minerals. Okay, it seems to be minerals. Okay. So I have my list of minerals here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 17 if we take into account the trace minerals. Okay, so let's check. Challenge minerals. Challenge 1. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, seems to be the first one of the list, which is calcium.
Okay.
So, calcium, okay, it's needed for bone and teeth, heart function, clotting of blood, promotes healthy nerves, needed in pregnancy and lactation, helps maintain correct balances of sodium, potassium, and magnesium, and acid-alkaline balance. If the parathyroid gland is not working effectively, it will have an adverse effect on calcium. Okay. So,
it makes sense with his age.
Because yes, how old is Fudge?
10.
Maybe
10.
Fudge is 10, so it might make sense that he needs some calcium. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Somebody is very relaxed now. And thank you very much for your attention.
Thank